Welcome, everyone, to the Cinecaps Plus. Today, we're going to take a look at the film called Reign of Assassins. If you're ready, let's get started. 800 years ago, a monk named Bodhi embarked on a journey from India to China. He ventured into the mountains of China and honed his kung fu skills to perfection. After his passing, his remains were stolen and split into two pieces. Rumors began to circulate that whoever possessed these remains would gain the mastery of kung fu and rule over the martial arts world. Recently, a secretive guild of assassins known as the Dark Stone entered the fray. They were determined to obtain one half of Bodhi's remains, which was believed to be in the possession of Minister Zhang Haiduan. The members of the Dark Stone were highly skilled fighters. Drizzle was a master of the sword, Laban was proficient with flying needles, and the magician combined magic tricks with weaponry. Their leader, known as the Wheel King, was a formidable force. Tragedy struck when the minister was killed, and his son, Zhang Renfeng, was fatally stabbed in the heart. Amidst the chaos, Drizzle managed to escape with Bodhi's remains and went into hiding. The Wheel King declared a bounty on Drizzle, following the martial arts world's finders keepers rule. On her journey, Drizzle was relentlessly pursued by other assassins, and she fought and killed anyone who crossed her path. Eventually, Drizzle encountered Renfeng, who had survived his earlier attack and was seeking vengeance for his father's death. In a fateful encounter, she killed him once again. A passing monk disciple named Wisdom witnessed the confrontation but was unable to intervene in time. Deeply affected, Wisdom and Drizzle spent 3 months together, training and refining their martial skills. Wisdom recognized that Drizzle had not yet mastered 4 crucial techniques for her weapon and was concerned for her safety if she faced a true master. He demonstrated these missing techniques, but in a tragic accident, Drizzle accidentally stabbed him, causing his imminent demise. As Wisdom lay dying, he implored Drizzle to abandon the path of violence and leave the martial arts world behind. He urged her to take Bodhi's remains to a monk named Delusion at the Yunhe temple. Before passing away, Wisdom revealed the secret of Bodhi's remains. Following Wisdom's counsel, Drizzle visited a mysterious physician who provided her with a new face, enabling her to start life anew. The procedure involved using poisonous insects to reshape her facial bones. Drizzle then sought out Monk Delusion, who explained a phrase that Wisdom had shared with her. The phrase was, "I am willing to become a bridge for 500 years, and it held a profound meaning. It recounted the story of a disciple's love, declaring a willingness to endure 500 years of trials if the object of affection crossed the bridge once. Overwhelmed by guilt for her actions, especially for killing Simp, a poetry-loving individual, Drizzle resolved to live a righteous life. Years passed, and Drizzle assumed the identity of Zhang. She moved to the capital and rented a new house, determined to leave her dark past behind. Meanwhile, the Darkstone assassins received news that Drizzle had likely left the capital, and they found her replacement, a woman named Turquoise. Turquoise had a dark history, having killed her impotent husband due to the lack of the modern-day remedy, Viagra. The magician from the Darkstone infiltrated a prison and administered a pill to Turquoise's water, causing her to appear dead. The Wheel King later unearthed her supposedly lifeless body and gave her an ultimatum: join their ranks or face death. In the midst of these events, Zhang found a new companion named Shang. He would visit her stall whenever it rained, helping her pack up and inviting her for tea. Tired of the matchmaking efforts of Tinder Grandma, she entered into a relationship with Shang, eventually proposing to him. The couple embarked on a journey to lead a normal, peaceful life. Amidst the changing tides, Fadi, the oil shop owner who oversaw the Dark Stone's bribes, was found dead, and their classified records and bribe money were stolen. Simultaneously, assassins from another clan attempted to rob a bank to steal the remaining half of Bodhi's remains from a banker named Zhang Dejane. Fate led Zhang and Shang to the bank during this confrontation, where everyone present was immobilized through the use of chi blocking. The assassins' mission at the bank took a dark turn as they failed to locate the corpse they sought. In desperation, they resorted to violence, attempting to silence everyone present. Fortunately, the immobilizing effects of the chi blocking wore off just in time. Zhang, with her exceptional martial arts skills, engaged the assassins in a fierce battle. She managed to blind one of the attackers, leaving Shang astonished by his wife's combat abilities. Zern Jiang tried to explain, but Sheng interrupted her, expressing his unwavering acceptance of her, regardless of her past. Their love remained unshaken. Meanwhile, the Will King interrogated the surviving assassin from the bank and discovered that the woman who had fought them was none other than Drizzle, and she was now living in the capital. He eliminated the assassin to eliminate loose ends and signaled the remaining assassins from dark stone with a flare. When Sheng returned home, he discovered 3 ominous dark stone symbols left by the assassins as a message. Lei Bin, one of the dark stone assassins, managed to track down Drizzle despite her altered appearance. Fearing for her husband's safety, Drizzle rushed home, found the dark stone symbols, and hid them from Sheng, who pretended that everything was normal. In the darkness of the night, Drizzle lit a candle that would put Sheng into a deep slumber and opened the doors for the dark stone assassins to enter. The Will King questioned her about Fatty's murder, but she denied. They struck an agreement to spare her and her husband's lives in exchange for her assistance in obtaining the remaining half of Bodhi's remains and returning the part she had stolen. The Will King warned that he would be watching her closely before departing. The assassins agreed to meet at an inn in 3 days, where a wealthy yet crippled banker named Zhang Daojing was rumored to be purchasing the other half of the corpse. Zhang already possessed 1/2 of the remains and sought the second to restore his legs. However, this was a ruse to steal the genuine lower half that he already had. A heated battle erupted among the dark stone assassins over who should keep the corpse. Drizzle ultimately returned the half of the corpse she had stolen years ago but attempted to leave. Turquoise intervened, and the Will King killed the magician before setting his sights on Drizzle. He revealed that he had intentionally taught her 4 flawed techniques in her swordsmanship. However, Drizzle had already discerned these weaknesses, enabling her to evade some attacks and escape. Injured and battered, Drizzle returned home and instructed Sheng to leave the capital and forget about her if she didn't survive. She confided in him that her life's secrets were buried at the Yunhe Temple's graveyard. Sheng helped her to bed and readied their home for an impending duel, knowing that the Darkstone assassins would be searching for them. He unearthed his dual swords, hidden beneath the floor, though their current dull state amused the assassins. Sheng skillfully stalled for time, sharpening his swords until they gleamed with a deadly edge. Finally, he revealed his true identity as Raren Feng, the son of the magistrate who had been killed many years ago, adding a layer of complexity to the unfolding drama. He defeated Lei Bin, but Turquoise managed to escape. The next day, he stole Monk Bodhi's corpse from the Wheel King's house. He went after the Wheel King, who turned out to be a low-ranking eunuch. He revealed himself as the one who had killed Fadi and invited him to duel at the Yunhe Temple. The Will King realized his identity after noticing his matching swords and mocked him for marrying the woman who had killed his father. Shang brought Drizzle to the doctor and informed him that he was leaving for a duel. He begged the doctor not to reveal his identity. But the doctor remarked that it could be destiny that their paths had crossed even after they had both changed their faces for a new life. Turquoise visited the Wheel King to seek help for her injuries. While attempting to be intimate with him, she realized he was an eunuch. The Wheel King revealed that Monk Bodhi had a secret kung fu that could regenerate body parts and wanted to use the remains to regain his special weapon. Turquoise believed that because many people had fought over the corpse, the final result of any regeneration would be a joke. She decided to leave after taking her share of money but was buried alive by the Wheel King afterwards. Drizzle woke up and went to the temple to find her husband. He confronted her, revealing his real identity and that he knew the truth about her past. He revealed he had survived so many times as his organs were reversed. He had asked the doctor for a new face and had gone to the capital to look for Drizzle, only keeping her alive so he could lure the other Darkstone assassins out for revenge. Drizzle asked if he had ever loved her. He replied that he never did and was unable to forgive her. However, he would spare her life and asked to never see her again. They had a heated argument, and she eventually stabbed him in his left chest, feeding him tortoise powder to immobilize him and make him appear dead. She revealed her money hidden away under the floors of their house and told him to take the money to start a new family if she died. She promised to avenge his father's death and sent a flare signal to the Wheel King. When he arrived at the graveyard, she told him the secret wisdom had revealed about Bodhi's corpse before he died. Bodhi had a high level of spiritual cultivation, so it was useless for the Wheel King as his heart was full of violence. He was fated to be an eunuch his whole life. They started to duel, and the Wheel King taunted her by reminding her of the 4 mistakes he had intentionally taught and offered to demonstrate to her. She recalled the words of wisdom and performed the 4 moves Wisdom had taught, successfully defeating the Wheel King. However, she was severely injured during the fight. She walked towards Rarenfern, telling him she was willing to turn into a bridge for 500 years, before collapsing. Touched by everything she had done, he teared up as he watched her fall, unable to do anything to save her. The effects of the powder wore off, and he found her still alive. Having forgiven her, he was relieved and carried her home, telling her they still had many years ahead of them. I hope you enjoyed this story. Let me know if there are other movies or anime you'd like to hear about. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.